entertainment. Today's video is on George Jones, country legend. George Jones' wife, Nancy, actually. She recalls the crazy way she helped him get rid of his multiple personalities that were named D-Doodle and the Old Man. Behind every good man is an even better woman. Nancy Jones certainly saved George Jones more than once. In 2023, Nancy is wife 30 years. Nancy Jones released a book called Playing Possum, My Memories with George Jones, which she wrote along with the 18-time New York Times bestseller author Ken Abraham. Of course, I think we've all heard the stories about Jones' wild days, like he took his lawnmower to a liquor store after his wife hid the keys to his car to keep him from drinking. That one's legendary. Nancy put up with a lot, to say the least, and in a recent released clip of an interview Nancy did with Today's Nashville, she said there was one reason she was able to endure emotional and physical abuse when George was drinking, as the interviewer put it. Nancy says her faith in Jesus was the only reason she made it, because she felt as though it was her mission to get her husband into heaven. With Jesus, I would have never made it without Jesus. I can tell you that. He kept me going, and I knew that I had to keep going in order to get this man into heaven. Because when he wasn't drinking and doing all this stuff, you couldn't ask for anybody sweeter or nicer. He was a perfect husband. But once he got 2 drinks in him, he changed. I mean, you would have thought, how can anybody change from 2 drinks and just get bad and worse and bad? And it just got so bad. So yes, without Jesus and me praying as hard as I prayed during all that time, I would have never made it. Nancy never distanced herself from Jones, but prayed for him every day and eventually helped him set himself free from all the demons that held him down. She explained that she needed to be near him to be able to calm him down once he started drinking, and there were 2 topics that would usually do the trick: his mother and Jesus. One of the unique challenges was the fact that when George drank, his multiple personalities would come out, which included a Donald Duck-like character named D-Doodle, and the Old Man, which was based on the old movie star Walter Brennan. Apparently, excessive drug use forced some kind of psychotic breakdown in the country singer's mind to the point where he developed a multiple personality disorder and those aforementioned characters. I had to get ready to be able to. With George, you would calm him down talking about his mother. You would calm him down about talking about Jesus. So I knew that Jesus was in there. I just had to bring him out. He was just a totally different person, and there were so many demons in there. And in the book, it got a part about how everybody in Nashville knows it. He would go around and talk like an old man, talk like Donald Duck, and he was good at it too. So I had to get rid of those 2 people. Psychotic breaks would happen when he was driving too, and the conversations between the Duck and the Old Man would get so heated that George would have to get in the middle of them to calm them down. But on the trip to Alabama one time, she had enough and came up with a crazy way to get rid of those demons. They're driving in Alabama and kept on talking and arguing with those people. So I finally said, just stop the car. He said, what? I said, I'm going to get rid of them. He said, how are you going to do that? I said, I'll show you. So I opened the door. I pulled out the Old Man. I pulled out the Duck. Guess what? The Duck went back in. I said, oh, wait a minute. Let me get that Duck. I would get the Duck. I mean, it was crazy, but that's how far he had gone. And I did get rid of him. So I slammed the door and I said, let's go. And he said, oh, thank you so much for getting rid of them. They were killing me. She added that he never, ever talked about them or them again. And their love story is an incredible testament to her faith and devotion to the man she loved. And even when I'm sure most people thought she was crazy as he was for staying with him through all that, later in life, Jones did eventually get completely sober for good in '99, became a devout Christian as well, after a serious car wreck changed his entire world. God bless Nancy Jones for praying for her husband for decades, because even though it probably took longer than anyone would have wanted, she helped George find true healing before he sadly passed away in 2013. And I honestly, you can call it multiple personality, you can call it which one. I believe they were demons. I believe that. And I believe he had real demons. And because don't it seem strange that she was able to get rid of them, he got himself straight. And he got himself baptized, he became Christian, and she got him to heaven. God bless her. God bless her. Takes a wonderful woman with a lot of faith. You guys have a great day. God bless you. And I'm praying for you.